Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm here with another Python video. In today's video, we're going to go over some basic problem solving codes that will help you to boost your coding skills. As you know, the most important part of being a software developer is to be able to solve problems. You can learn any programming language, but if you don't have the problem solving skills, you can't be a coder. So let's jump into our code. 5 challenges that we're going to discuss in today's video are Fizzbuzz Python, Palindrome Algorithm, two-sum coding challenge, product of array Python, and longest substring step by step. Okay, so Fizzbuzz Python is a classic interview question and a favorite. We print the numbers from 1 to whatever number. However, for multiplies of 3, print fizz instead of number, and for multiplies of 5, we print buzz. For multiplies of 3 and 5, we print fizzbuzz. This reinforces the basic of loop and conditionals in programming. The problem requires careful attention to the order of conditions, which is crucial in more complex problems. So first we define our function. We first going to define more specific condition, that is include 5 and 3, because we always do that. We always define the more specific first. If we don't do that, if we put a condition for 3 first or 5 first, 3 or 5 would always get executed, and 3 and 5 will never get called. Because when we match the number, we get executed, we won't go to the next condition anymore. So we have defined condition for 3 and 5. If it's 3 and 5, we want to print fizzbuzz. Then we define the condition for 3 or 5. It doesn't matter the order here anymore. And so as you can see, 3 we did fizz and 5 we did buzz. Else, we want to just print the number. So now we're going to go and call the function and test that out. I'm going to give it 101. Let's run. Yep, you can see it. It's working. All right, great. Let's go to the next one. Palindrome algorithm. Well, palindrome is a string that reads same backward as forward. Palindrome problems are commonly used in interview to test a candidate's understanding of a string manipulation and basic algorithm. So first we're going to create a function of palindrome, and we're going to use a generator expression within join to filter out non-alphabetic characters and remove any space. We pass it to the variable, and we're going to have an inline loop here to iterate and make sure that there's no number and they're all characters. And also we convert the string to lowercase. And in the next line, we're going to use the slicing technique to reverse the string and compare it with the original string. And we're going to use if condition to compare these two. If they're the same, then we print. So reverse str and normalized str. Okay, if they're the same, print as palindrome. Okay, let's test that out. Call the function, pass a string. It worked. Looks good. Let's try something else. Hi. It shouldn't work. Yep, we're not getting anything. Two-sum coding challenge. The problem involves finding two numbers in an array that add up to a specific target number. You need to return the indices of the two numbers. Two-sum is a fundamental problem in computer science that helps us to understand hash tables and array manipulation. First, we create a function as I did here. Then we need a directory to store numbers and their indices, call it nummap. Then we need a loop to iterate over the list and their indices. Then we calculate the complement. So the current number minus target number should give us what we're looking for. And we want a condition to check if the complement already present in the list of numbers. If it's present and found, return a list containing the index of the complement, retrieve from the directory, and the current index I. Okay, if the complement not found in a directory, we want to add the current number and its index to the num to index directory. This to ensure that the future element can find this number as their complement if needed. Okay, looks good. Let's test that out. Into some, we're gonna give it a list of numbers. It should give us, I guess, 0 and 1. Yep. Let's test that again. To some 3, 2, 4, and target number would be 6. And also, let's do another one. 3 and 3. Target number 6. Alright, looks good. Okay, longest substring step by step. This problem involves finding the length of the longest substring in a given string that contains no repeating characters. This helps us to understand sliding window technique and hash table usage for substring problems. So we're going to define the function here and then initialize an empty variable to keep track of the characters in the current substring without repeating characters. And then we're going to have a start that initials the starting index and the max for the longest substring we found so far. Then we're going to loop over and we're going to have while, which will check if the character at the end of the index is already in the character set. If it is, it means there is a repeating character. Then we're going to have remove start. If there's a character, we want to remove it at the start index from the character set. Then +1, it'll help us to start the index forward by 1. And at end will help the character at the end of index we add the character at the end of the index to the character set. Then we're gonna update the max length. And then we'll return and we'll check if it exists or how many index there are. So the lower, we want to make it sure lowercase. Print pass st to it. Okay, 3. So we have 3 substring before we hit a repeated character. So as you can see, ABC, we had 2 C's, so we stop counting. And from C again, we start counting. And then K, we stop. And again, we start. Okay, if you go to the last one, product of array Python, giving an array of integers, this problem involves returning an array such that the element at the index I is the product of all numbers in the original array except the one at I. This problem is great for understanding array manipulation and problem solving without using division, which can be constrained in many problems. First, we want to get the length of the input array. and we want to initialize the result array. So we want to create an array of ones to store the result, which we do it here. And then we want to calculate the left product. Use a variable to keep track of the product of the element to the left of the current element. And then we update the result array with the product in first pass. So result I equal to left product. Multiply equal to num I. All right, then we want to calculate the right product. So use another variable to keep track of the product of element to the right of the current element. And then we'll multiply the result array with this product in the second pass. So we're just gonna pass 1 to it. And wanna go down below, have another loop, range of n, -1, and -1, and -1. Then we're gonna say result I, same thing, except this time we're gonna have right product. Yep. And we want to return it here. Okay, we're gonna have a list here. I want to pass it to the function while we're printing it. Run. Okay. It's working. Great. Let's just change it a bit. Yep. This is what we wanted. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed watching it and you learned a lot. This 5 apps is quite helpful for any interviews and learning a basic and complex problem solving skills in coding. So if you do enjoy watching this video, please give me a like, subscribe, or a comment. I would really appreciate that. Have a great day, guys. Happy coding.